So today I'm going to do some waterproofing of a pair of overalls that I've got. They're an old pair of Carters that I'd like to kind of turn the knee portion of it into like a tin cloth or an oilskin, you know, depending on where you're from, it's called. But this stuff right here, Sno Seal, I picked this jar up today at the little local hardware store for $6.50, and it's a brand that's been around since the early 1930s, and it's a waterproofing. It's a beeswax based waterproofing compound that's basically beeswax, and you can smell something else in there that they won't say, but it's obviously some kind of petroleum product. Honestly smells similar when you smell it, a little bit similar to like mineral spirits or something like that, which would make sense because that's, you know, what the old timers would use to make cotton into tin cloth, you know, a combination of oils and, you know, spirits and all that kind of stuff. So the interesting thing about this stuff is it doesn't say that you can use it on cotton. It says to use it, specifically it says to use it on leather and leather only. I guess for $6.50, and I'm just gonna do the knee portion of my pants here, or the overalls. I'll get back to you and we'll see how it goes. So here are the overalls here, the knee portion. So that's the top here. Here's the knee portion. It's one of these type deals where it's just a second layer sewn on. These are pretty nice. They're a vintage variety. These are from the 1980s, Carters, possibly the early 90s. I'm not quite sure. Maybe someone could leave that in the comments. But picked these up, and I plan on using these for you know, hunting season's coming up. We're squirrel hunting and upland bird, partridge hunting. This is the section right here that I'm most concerned about, because this is the knee portion, and to have that maybe a little bit stiffer, a little bit more protected with some wax from thorns and briars and all that kind of stuff. So that's the way these look prior to the application. We'll start getting this solution on here, the compound on here, and we'll see what happens. Since I'm not entirely sure how this is gonna go, I'm just putting this piece of cardboard up in here just so the portion of jean or cotton that's next to my skin's not going to be covered in this stuff. We'll see how it goes. So here we go, the Sno Seal. Whew. This stuff does smell strong. It's basically like a petroleum type of jelly. It actually smells like petroleum jelly. I don't even really know how thick I'm supposed to be going with this. It doesn't have much of instructions. And with the heat today, it's around 90 degrees out. This should help it penetrate a little bit, but I'm also going to put some heat to it with a heat gun. Use the old Molson Ice box technique, huh? Whatever. This is looking like it should. I mean, it's looking very similar, actually, to something you might buy. So, by the way, we're just doing this, or I'm just doing this, out of a practicality sort of, you know, modest income type of person, where I'm not in any spot to be buying a pair of $300+ pants, you know, where I can get similar results. May not be as good, but similar results out of a pair of pants that cost me at a church rummage sale. I think they were, you know, $10 or something like that. This doesn't need to be, this is the poor man's version. Let's just call it that. So now I'm going to go ahead and just get the seams. Just going to run a bead right down the seams, basically. I don't mind a little overage here and there. So the plan for this is, if this turns out to be something that's worth the time to do, I'll just go ahead and turn the whole thing into a waxed piece of clothing, you know. Now I'm not using nearly as much as I thought I would. This is a 7-ounce jar, I believe, and I'm not even, you know, a tenth of the way through, so that's a good sign. So that is pretty well covered. I mean, damn, dude, that's looking pretty good. So there you go. That's the way the knee portion looks finished. I actually have not hit this with heat yet. I will show you what it looks like after I hit it with heat, but I don't know, man. That looks pretty damn close to some oilskin tin cloth. And this is how much I used. I mean, I did not use much. Maybe a quarter, if that. So there you go. That's the finished article. Both these sides have been hit with heat. You know, it does have a little bit of that, and I don't mind that. When it gets scratched, it's going to leave those white marks. I don't mind that at all. This will just give character over time. And just so you know, it did bleed through a little bit because I pulled that cardboard out when I heated it up. But I'm going to let this cure. It's a beautiful day out, so I'm going to let this cure in the sun here for at least a day or two, and then I will get back to you on its waterproofness, if that's a word. All right, so we're back 48 hours later, and I'm gonna just this is just water, and I'm just gonna throw some of it on there and see how much it gives cotton some waterproofing. Now, before I throw this on here, just so you know, this is supposed to be used for leather only, obviously, so no shit. Look at that. Wow. I'm actually shocked. Incredible. It looks like it's gonna, I don't know if that's even gonna go in a little bit. I guess it is going in just a touch, but still. I mean, underneath, I cannot feel a drop of water underneath that. Well, so I'll show you how fast it goes on the other side here. Right in like a sponge. Well, there you go. I'm actually I'm shocked, and I'm super pleased. So that's the Sno Seal. And granted, you know, even if this is just kind of a light layer against the elements, a second layer of this, I mean, I only used a quarter of the jar, if that. I mean, that's a steal. You can pay $300+ for you know, a pair of tin pants or tin cloth pants or whatever, upland game bird pants. I don't know, man. There you go. That's the test, and hope you enjoyed it. Give me a thumbs up, sub me if you can. That'd be great. And cheers. We'll see you again soon. Well, there you have it. That's the Sno Seal test. Will it work? Will the Sno Seal work on cotton? Hell yeah, it did. And I'll tell you, I'm shocked. I really am. Yeah, it probably does have some sort of petroleum product in it. It's not next to my skin, so I'm not worried about it. There you go, folks. Randy Rodko. I'm out of here. We'll see you on the next one. Take care.